The day I discovered my neighbor was stealing my water was a Tuesday in April, and it unraveled like a storm I never saw coming. I'm Marcus Thompson, a 38-year-old software architect living in Crestwood Heights, a pristine suburban enclave where manicured lawns hide simmering tensions. My modern single-story home at 47 Maple Grove Lane was my haven after long days coding for a healthcare startup. I'd bought it 3 years ago, proud to be a homeowner, despite the suffocating grip of the Crestwood Heights Homeowners Association. That morning, my plumber emailed to confirm they'd shut off my water for 2 days to replace corroded pipes beneath my foundation. No issue. I'd stay at my brother Darius's downtown loft until it was done. I packed a bag, armed my security system, and left, thinking I'd covered every base. "We've got this, Mr. Thompson," my plumber Jake assured me. "Water'll be back by Thursday. Just keep your faucets off when we reconnect." I tossed my duffel into my Tesla and nodded, unaware that this routine maintenance would ignite a neighborhood war. My next-door neighbor, Evelyn Harper, was the spark. A woman in her early 60s with a towering blonde updo, she joined the HOA board soon after moving in, 6 months after me. From the start, our interactions were icy. She'd marvel at how surprising it was that I could afford a home here or ask if I was some kind of athlete. When I mentioned my tech job, her smile tightened, like she couldn't compute it. I kept my distance, my yard flawless to dodge her scrutiny, but Evelyn always found reasons to nitpick. My trash cans were too visible. They weren't. My tree looked sick. It wasn't. My guest parking was questionable. It was legal. Each encounter left me bristling, but I stayed polite, determined not to give her ammunition. At Darius's place that evening, we munched pizza and watched basketball. "How do you deal with that HOA nonsense?" he asked, shaking his head. "That Evelyn lady sounds like a nightmare." I shrugged. "I just keep my head down, follow the rules. It's a solid investment." But as I spoke, I felt the weight of constant vigilance. Little did I know, Evelyn was about to expose her audacity in a way I'd never imagined. At 9:30 p.m., my phone pinged, a motion alert from my security system. I'd opened the app and nearly choked on my beer. There was Evelyn, on my porch, wrapped in a towel, her hair dripping, pounding my door like a woman unhinged. "Marcus, open this door!" she shrieked. "I know you're there!" "What did you do to the water?" "Turn it back on." Her voice was so shrill it distorted my phone's speaker. Darius peered over. "Is that your neighbor? In a towel?" I grabbed my keys. "Something's wrong. I'm heading back." Darius was already lacing his shoes. "I'm with you." We sped to my house, my app buzzing with alerts. Evelyn's tirade hadn't stopped. She was escalating. Why was she showering at her place but losing it over my water being off? The puzzle didn't fit, but trouble was brewing. We pulled into my driveway, her voice piercing the night. "I'm on the HOA board." "This is harassment," she screamed, hammering my door with startling force. As a black man in an upscale neighborhood, I knew to stay calm. Anger wasn't an option, it was a risk. "Evelyn," I called, voice steady. "What's the problem?" She spun, clutching her towel, suds still clinging to her hairline. Pointing a trembling finger, she spat. "You!" "What did you do to the water?" "Turn it back on." I held my ground. "My water's off for repairs. Scheduled work." "Why is that affecting your shower?" A flicker crossed her face, panic, quickly masked by rage. "The whole street's out," she stammered. The pressure just stopped. I narrowed my eyes. "The utility company only cut my house. No one else's." Her gaze darted away, her phone clutched tightly, fingers tapping nervously. "Who are you calling?" I asked, dread rising. "The police," she declared, chin high. "You're harassing me, cutting off my water. It's discrimination." Darius laughed incredulously. "You're on his property, half naked, screaming, and he's the problem?" I silenced him with a gesture and started recording. Evelyn, you're saying my water being off stopped your water? That's impossible unless. I paused, the truth dawning. Unless your house is tied to my water line. Her eyes widened, she was caught. That's ridiculous. She sputtered. The HOA would never. But she'd already dialed 911. Yes, I need police at 47 Maple Grove Lane, she told the operator. My neighbor's harassing me, cutting off my utilities. He's threatening me. I held up my phone. I'm recording, Evelyn. The police can see my security footage and this video. They'll know who's making threats. Her face twisted. You can't record me. It's an invasion of privacy. You're on my property. I countered. Sirens wailed in the distance. Evelyn adjusted her towel, smirking. We'll see what the police say. My security footage showed her trying to sneak into my backyard to access my water valve, thwarted by a locked gate. 2 patrol cars arrived, Officers Daniels and Garcia stepping out, eyeing the bizarre scene, a calm black man, his brother, and a towel-clad woman raging. What's the issue? Garcia asked. Evelyn launched in. This man cut off my water to harass me. I was showering, and it stopped. He's targeting me because I enforce HOA rules. Arrest him. Daniels turned to me. Sir? I explained, voice even. My water's off for permitted plumbing work. Somehow, it's affecting her house, which suggests an illegal connection to my line. I showed the footage and played her admission. Evelyn exploded. I don't care how it's connected. He did this to humiliate me. It's a hate crime. Garcia raised an eyebrow. Ma'am, are you saying he's obligated to supply your water without an account? Evelyn flushed. The HOA has an arrangement. It's been this way forever. The officers exchanged looks. What arrangement? Daniels pressed. Realizing her slip, Evelyn backed off. I need to get dressed. Garcia stopped her. We need answers first. She fled to her house, leaving us stunned. She's not getting away. Darius muttered. She already gave us what we need, I said, pocketing my phone. The next morning, I called the water utility. After 3 transfers, a rep named Sandra confirmed my suspicions. Your usage is double what's normal for your home, she said. There's no active account for 49 Maple Grove Lane. Their last account closed 3 years ago, with a note about an HOA utility arrangement. My plumber, Jake, added more. We found an unauthorized connection to your neighbor's property. Professional work, but illegal. I've got photos. I requested documentation, my anger simmering. Evelyn had been stealing my water for 3 years, and the HOA was complicit. I confronted HOA President Walter Grayson, a retiree with a fake smile. There's some confusion about utilities, he said, squirming as I laid out my evidence, bills, photos, recordings. This was a historical arrangement with the previous owner. We kept it when you moved in. An arrangement never disclosed to me. I snapped, costing me thousands and breaking city codes. Walter fidgeted. We're a community, Marcus. We help each other. Did this help extend to other board members? I pressed. His silence spoke volumes. I slid my documents forward. I've paid $3,800 extra. I want reimbursement and that line cut, or I'm calling the city, the fraud department, and my lawyer. Walter left rattled. The police got a warrant to inspect Evelyn's house. When they arrived, neighbors gawked as officers found her barricaded in her bathroom, hoarding water in every container imaginable. This is HOA business, she screamed, refusing to open the door. They found an illegal connection, confirming my evidence. Evelyn was arrested for utility theft and filing a false report, shrieking as they cuffed her. This is your fault, Marcus. You people think you deserve everything. This was my neighborhood. Her racist rant, recorded by neighbors' phones. Detective Alvarez apologized. We'll need your statement. She's facing serious charges. Evelyn's arrest cracked open the HOA's secrets. Neighbor Claire and Gwyn shared records showing board members enjoying discounted fees, private perks, and shady accounting. "It's not just Evelyn," she confessed. "I stayed silent too long." News spread, and resignations followed. Walter and 2 others stepped down. At an emergency meeting, residents learned of selective fees targeting minorities and new homeowners, plus misspent funds. I spoke briefly. "I just want fair rules for everyone, no matter who they are." The applause stunned me. 3 months later, I hosted a barbecue, my yard alive with laughter. Crestwood Heights had changed. A new, diverse board led by Clara approved a community garden, my idea. Evelyn's house, now sold to a young couple, sported a bright blue door, erasing her legacy. She'd pleaded guilty, facing community service and restitution, and moved to Florida. The utility refunded me $4,750, and a county-wide HOA audit was underway. Property values rose as our inclusive community gained buzz. "You started a revolution," Darius texted. I grinned, hosting neighbors who'd once ignored me. Evelyn's entitlement had exposed more than a water theft, it revealed the community's hidden biases. By standing up, I'd helped build a place where fairness flowed freely. What do you think? Was Evelyn's meltdown just greed, or something deeper? Share your thoughts below, and let's debate. How far would you go to protect what's yours? Hit subscribe for more stories that spark conversation.